Hey y'all, today is Threefold, Section 3, Part 3. He thought he had me, Junyo said. At this point, Guinness only understood Junyo by reading his lips. It was clear he was talking to his partner. He will keep coming at me, even though the use of his cryo energy is rapidly exhausting him. He will keep coming, even though his exhaustion is slowing him down. Estrellano has offered better. Junyo spoke the truth. Guinness tried to shrug off the lightning strike he endured, but the pain mixed with his exhaustion made it hard for him to move and breathe. Why will he keep coming? Hugo asked and sounded frustrated. He wants an answer about Mateo, but he wants more to beat me. Guinness took all of Junyo's words as an insult. They were an insult to him and his abilities. He slammed his fist on the ground, picked up his ice-covered axe, and stood up. He extended his left hand to freeze Junyo's feet together. Junyo jumped back and to his left, hitting Guinness's leg with a lightning bolt in the process. Guinness grit his teeth. He threw an ice spear and expanded it into an ice wall. Junyo reduced it to shards. In an instant, he struck Guinness' other leg with a lightning bolt. Guinness stopped the ice shards in midair and attached them to Junyo's body. He extended and expanded the ice to engulf him. Junyo narrowed his eyes. Guinness was a nuisance to him, but Guinness had him this time. He extended his ice to cover Junyo's eyes. Junyo discharged and broke free as expected. Junyo brought lightning from the sky to strike Guinness. Guinness hurled his ice-covered axe at Junyo's chest. Guinness felt something fall into his hair and onto his shoulders. He looked up and saw a large chunk of the ground hovering over him. It protected him. He saw an earthen mound in front of Junyo with his ice-covered axe in it. The earthen mound protected Junyo. Junyo turned toward his companion but didn't face him. Hugo. We're done with this, Hugo said. He came and stood beside Junyo, but he focused his attention on Guinness. He tossed the chunk of ground to the side and pushed the earthen mound back down. You interfered, Junyo said. He could have defeated you 3 seconds into this, Hugo said to Guinness. But Junyo, the longer you fought, the more you underestimated him. I interfered so you wouldn't kill each other. Guinness wouldn't admit he didn't think he could have handled another lightning bolt. He wouldn't admit he could have lost. I'm not done, Guinness said through gritted teeth. I don't lose. You didn't lose, Hugo said. Consider it a draw. Guinness tossed an ice spear and split it into multiple ice needles. Hugo brought earth from the ground to smash through them. Look, Hugo said, I'm not going to fight you. We don't know where Mateo is now, but we're certain you'll meet him if you come with us. Guinness brought his ice-covered axe to his hand, took off the ice, and replaced his axe at his waist. His ice axe that was off to the side he pulled apart and let it become ice dust. He wanted to continue his fight with Junyo, but he knew he couldn't do it. He had lost. Keeping his body from shaking because of the lightning took enough effort. He took comfort in the fact he got a reaction out of Junyo. Still, he never lost to someone. If he had to lose, he didn't mind it being to someone strong. He ignored the thought because it annoyed him. He remembered the note, pulled it from his back pocket, and read it again. He'll lead you to him. Those words stuck out to him. How did you come across Mateo? Guinness asked. He came to us and told us we'd run into you, Hugo said. Why did you come looking for Junyo? Does it have something to do with that note? Jackson sent him, Junyo told Hugo. Guinness watched Junyo speak to Hugo. He got the feeling Junyo didn't care for him. He didn't care. It only made him ache for a rematch. Someone sent me this note and told me Junyo would lead me to Mateo, Guinness explained. Hugo walked toward him. Can I see it? Guinness handed him the note and Hugo read it. I think you're right, Hugo told Junyo. I'm not certain, but this could be Jackson's handwriting. Who's Jackson? Guinness asked. He's my older brother, Hugo said. He's working with your brother and his sister. The three of them want us to meet them in Lunaria. If you come with us, you'll find your brother there. No thanks, Guinness said. First, Mateo's not my brother. Second, if that's the truth, I'll head to Lunaria on my own. He turned and walked away. I'm sure if you get there without us, you won't find Mateo, Hugo said. Guinness stopped. They want the three of us together, Hugo said. Besides, you've been struck by lightning several times. I think you might need some medical attention. I'll find him, Guinness said. He started walking, ignoring everything else Hugo said. Hugo quickly got in front of him. Does Junyo look like a people person to you? Guinness glanced at Junyo. Junyo wore that same emotionless expression from earlier. No. He isn't. We're traveling together because it's something that has to be done. If we don't, we can't find out why my brother and his sister brought us together. Why they, along with Mateo, are working together. Guinness glanced at Junyo a second time. Junyo did not confirm or deny this as the truth. He gave his attention back to Hugo. The point is, we're headed to Lunaria, Hugo said. If he's allowing me to accompany him, you can tolerate our presence. Why would I bother with the two of you? Guinness asked. We're working toward the same end. Hugo gestured to the three of them. We need answers and the truth. But I don't think we'll get either if we don't arrive in Lunaria together. If he stayed, he'd get another chance to fight Junyo. Hugo possessed some kind of skill, too. He wouldn't mind fighting him to see what he could really do. The idea of traveling all the way to Lunaria just to reach a dead end annoyed him. He reluctantly decided he would travel with them. What Hugo said didn't sound like complete bullshit. I have a map, Guinness said. Should we go into Evergard for some supplies, or are we good to go? We don't need anything, Hugo said. We were only headed this way in search of you. But you might need that medical attention. I don't, Guinness said. All right, I guess we can get moving. You're from Estrellano. You mentioned that earlier. I'm from Solares. Junyo is from Lunastra. He can get us to Lunaria the quickest. Guinness looked at Junyo. Gave him a hard stare for a minute or two. He guessed he could go along with that. Name's Guinness. He watched Junyo pay him no attention, but caught Hugo take notice of his gold chain and crest. He gave Hugo a look that said, "Why are you staring so hard at my chain?" until he saw Hugo had a similar chain, and so did Junyo. That's some crazy shit. Before he could question Hugo about the chains, minor explosions drew their attention. All right, that was a short one, but that was part 3. Tomorrow, you'll get part 4. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night.